in case you don't know what fourth quarter is the last set of 3 months of the year that comprises October, November, and December. And this is where most of the money is made in retail sales, right? So, check it out, guys. So, most of the money for online sales or for sales in general is made in fourth quarter. Online sales is a huge part of that. As you guys know, Amazon owns a huge portion of the e-commerce market. So as an Amazon seller, this fourth quarter stuff is no joke. It's very important. A lot of people are going to make more money than they make all year in the last 3 months of the year. That's very important. So check out a couple of statistics that I pulled up for you guys. In 2019, Q4 e-commerce sales increased 16% from 2018 to $187 billion. And that was an 18% increase, and there was only a 16% increase prior to that. And I actually have the statistics here that says that Amazon sales are currently estimated to capture 38% of the entire market, which is pretty insane. Shout out to FBA Hustle, everybody that's in the chat. I'm happy to see you guys here. So if you're new to the channel, my name's Reezy. I teach people how to make money on the internet, primarily inside of the niche of using Amazon FBA to do that, and even more niche down, selling used books, because that's what I've done for over 15 years. I sold over 5 million on Amazon in that time period, and I've been able to support my family living in coastal California that whole time just from selling on Amazon, which is really amazing. I don't own a giant mansion or a Lamborghini, but I am happy. I'm living the life that I want to live. I haven't worked for anyone else for 15 years. I do everything that I want to do, and that is because of Amazon. And that is what I am now passing on to you guys to teach you guys how to have a lifestyle that you enjoy and to get there through e-commerce or any of the other stuff that I teach online. So welcome to the channel. Subscribe if that sounds interesting to you. And if you guys stay to the end, the very end of the video, I'm going to share a no-risk crazy tip hack for retail arbitrage that can make you a lot of money, and it's zero risk. You know what I mean? You don't have to risk your money. You are not buying it unless it sells. It's amazing. So wait to the end. I can't wait to share that with you guys. But going forward, before we get into the video, I just need to announce that this video is sponsored by Payability. Shout out to Payability. They sponsored the video. I appreciate them for that. And now we're going to roll the Payability ad. I'll be right back with you guys.
Payability was kind enough to sponsor this video. That's what happens when you're out of cash to buy products for your Amazon business and you realize you're going to have to wait 2 more weeks for Amazon to send you your money. But thanks to Payability, that's a thing of the past. With Payability, there's not only no credit checks, you can also get approved in 24 hours, and your approval is not based on your credit score, but based on the health of your marketplace account. Payability also supports Newegg, Jet, Walmart, Shopify, and Etsy. So if you're tired of waiting for the money that you already earned, head over to go.payability.com/Reezy and get a $200 bonus just for signing up. We now return you to your regularly scheduled programming.
All right, so I hope you guys could hear the ad. That's the first time I ever played a media file live on a broadcast. So shout out to Payability. If you need that kind of services, go check them out. Great company. So what can you guys expect from Q4 this 2020? Well, first off, this is likely to be the biggest Q4 that ever happened. In the last 15 years of selling online, I think more dollars are going to be transacted online and on Amazon this year than ever. It is ridiculous. There is more shoppers, right? So what happened with COVID? People were forced to shop online. A lot of those people were like standouts from shopping online, and they were like, hey, this shopping online stuff is pretty good, right? So that is, it brought a lot of people to the marketplace, and a lot of them aren't going to go back to brick and mortar, even if it does open before fourth quarter, which I'm highly doubtful. So we got a lot more shoppers shopping online. At the same time, stores are, the experience in stores is not that great. They're realizing this. They are shifting their stock to online, right? So we've got more shoppers. We've got more stock shifting online. And why is that a good thing for us with stock shifting online? It's because the OA supply, and OA stands for online arbitrage, it can be controlled by third party, by us, by sellers, by resellers. We can't get to every retail store in the whole United States, but we can sure as hell buy all of the certain kind of item from Target or from Walmart.com or from Kohl's.com and kind of control the marketplace like that. So I think we're going to see a lot of marketplace controlling happening during fourth quarter. People are using bots to purchase. It's not like real life where you're waiting in line to get into a store. Software is going down. Tech is good. This is probably the first Q4 that's going to have a heavy impact from bots, plus the stocks going online, the consumers are online. The recipe is bananas. Now, there is a dark side of this, guys. So, that is the economy could tank. Right now, it's not tanking. It's actually doing pretty good, right? Unemployment is good. People are still getting unemployment. I still hear people saying, why would I go back to work? I'd make less than unemployment. And there's even talks of more stimulus. So I haven't heard of much talks of unemployment ending or stimulus ending, but like much more solid talks about everything continuing going on. So hopefully it continues and we have an amazing Q4, but we don't know. It could run out. Everything could tank. It could be terrible. So that's why I asked Gary Vee when I was on his live stream. I said, "What do you think about Q4?" And he basically said, "Hey, it's an unknown. We don't know." So his advice to resellers was, sell as much as you can, take half of your profit and put it to the side, liquid. That way, when the shit hits the fan, you're actually ready to do something with it and you have some capital on hand. So that, could be amazing. I think it's trending much more towards amazing. So hopefully, right? What do they say? Pray for the best, hope for the worst, something like that. Okay, so in general with Q4, what can you expect? If you've never done a Q4, you are going to be extremely, extremely busy. You're going to be buying retail arbitrage and online arbitrage like nobody's business, and you're going to be shipping every single day. You're probably going to be buying less retail this year than you would last year. I mean, depending on where you're at, we're pretty locked down, right? But you're going to be buying stuff every single day. You're going to be checking into stores every day. You're going to be checking into deals every day. You're going to be looking at Amazon every day. Sales volume is going to go up through the roof on everything, but certain items in certain categories, it's like you cannot believe it if you haven't sold in Q4. So obviously toys and games, gifts, collectibles, clothing, electronics, household items, a lot of this stuff is just going to, I just can't explain it. If you haven't experienced Q4, the sales volume is going to be bananas. You're going to lose sleep. That's not required, but it is recommended. In Q4, sleep in for the first 3 quarters of the year. Q4, you're not allowed to sleep in, okay? You will be in the store every single day, and you are not allowed to sleep. So let's go into some strategies, guys. So I want to talk about a strategy that I call source and hold. Now, this is mostly for things that are going to peak the hardest during Christmas. Toys and games, electronics, gift items. So you want to sell when the price peaks, right? Obviously, you're not going to be able to time it perfectly, but you want to sell somewhere, at least between the valley and the peak of the price, and hopefully as close to it as possible without being too risky. You do not want to get left holding inventory, but don't rush to sell toys that you buy right now. Don't rush to sell them right now. Ideally, you should be selling these things no earlier, if FBA holds up, or MF shipping times, whatever, December 15th. After December 15th is when you would like to sell it. That's when the prices are going to be the highest. Do not rush to sell it even before December. There is no reason. Toy rank is only going to go up. Demand is only going to go up. And supply is only going to go down as resellers buy it all. Right? So, just think about that, guys. If it's going to make you 30% ROI right now, I can almost guarantee, especially if you picked it up at Target, that ROI is going to drop down to maybe 10% or even 0 or negative, because everybody in the whole US bought all that same stuff from Target, but they're going to rush to sell it out because they're not as smart as you. They didn't watch this video. And then when the supply goes down and you still have it, what happens? The price comes up. So don't rush to sell. You want to sell up here somewhere. somewhere after the dip, after the whole world bought the same products as you, after the dip. And when Christmas is on the horizon, it's like the least scariest thing ever, right? Don't rush to sell something for $5 profit when you can make $22 profit per unit if you hold it, closer to Christmas. Very, very important. Real quick, guys, smash the like button if you appreciate this video. I need to hit a quick drink of water because I'm dehydrated like heck. So I have some notes, and I see a question from Tyler Roach. He says to hold it, you would price it high, but still send it in. I would price it high, and I would list it merchant fulfilled if I was planning to do FBA, and we still have to wait that out to see what it looks like. I would send it in closer to when I wanted to sell it, because remember, fourth quarter storage fees are more than the first 3 quarters, and you don't want to amass a lot of storage fees. But it really depends on what your model is. Maybe you live in a small apartment and you don't have a lot of storage space, and that's the better move for you, So do what works for you. Also, side note, these are somewhat in order, but the notes are a little bit clustered. But I wanted to get this out to you guys because it is super important. It's approaching, right? So after season clearance. So after every season goes by, there is profitable opportunities to buy things that didn't sell, but you could hold them to sell next year, or you could even sell them after the holiday because they still have demand. Think about candy, for example, pumpkin-shaped Reese's peanut butter cups or whatever. Those are my favorite Reese's. Not that I eat a ton of candy, but the ratio peanut butter to chocolate on that one, it's better than the regular Reese's in my opinion. And I'm sure I'm not the only one. And so those things sell all year round. The Reese's eggs, the Reese's Christmas trees, the Reese's peanut butter cups, you better believe I'm stocking up on those and then selling them for full price or near full price, especially if I sell them in the off season when they can't get, Christmas Reese's trees in summertime. Are you out of your mind? And no one else will have any left by then except for you, right? So obviously there's meltability issues on that example, but there is seasonal stuff. There is so much seasonal decoration items. There is wrapping paper for Christmas, Halloween costumes. Certain Halloween costumes kids will wear all year round for dress up and for play. So don't think that you're going to have to wait till October to sell them. You're not, right? Real quick, I just have to acknowledge Richie Hustles for the $10 super chat. And then an amazing, unheard of $99.99 super chat from Leo Bookman. Shout out to Leo Bookman. I appreciate that, bro. Let me know if you need anything. I got you. Just send you a couple bolos for that one, bro. Appreciate that. But you guys get the idea, right? It's that thing where it was like when you were a kid and your mom would stock up like these, after Christmas toys, buying those and holding till next Christmas. Woo! If you got the space to store those, that's the trap right there. If you have the space to store toys all year long and you can buy after Christmas clearance, man, that is a move. All right. The next one, very, very important. If you do nothing from this video, do this one. You need to make sure that you qualify for merchant fulfilled toys and games eligibility for the holidays. What does that mean? That means that you're eligible to ship toys and games to customers during fourth quarter from your house or warehouse. Very important. Now, even if you don't qualify for this, but you're able to sell toys and games, you can still sell FBA. Why is merchant fulfilled so important during fourth quarter, and why do you need it? The reason you need it, and this is kind of new to this year, but we don't know what the FBA shipping delay is going to be like. I've seen stuff that still says up to a month to ship. I would hope Amazon gets their act together, but I would not be surprised if December 1st, a lot of people's Amazon stock says it will take 15 days to ship. I would not be surprised. If that situation happens, you are going to be so bummed and wish you had it merchant fulfilled because you could get it to the customer much faster merchant fulfilled. Reason number 2, maybe even more important, why you need to be able to sell merchant fulfilled toys and games. Obviously, people are buying toys and games. Merchant fulfilled, because if everybody in the US goes to Target to buy this Reezy bottle to sell on Amazon, and 70 or 80% of them are selling FBA, what happens? For the next 5 days, the supply on FBA will not increase. Everyone needs to process all their inventory and their shipments and then mail it to FBA. So it's going to take 2-3 days minimum. They have to receive it. But instead you can sell today, merchant fulfilled. So if the price on this on Amazon is $100, I could buy it at Target for $50 and sell it $100 today on Amazon and then ship it to you tomorrow morning. But everybody else is going to ship these to FBA, and now when the supply goes up, everybody's competing on price, and now the price is going to go down to $60. Do you understand? So part of selling merchant fulfilled is getting it to the customer faster than FBA. The other half of selling merchant fulfilled is getting it sold before FBA supply increases, which is super duper terrible. So to qualify for it, hopefully that put it into your brain how important it is. But your first MF sale has to be prior to September 1st. Hold on, I'm going to shut this door. I don't know why this opened. Your first MF sale needs to be prior to September 1st. You need 25 MF orders between August 15th and October 14th. So, unfortunately, guys, I kind of screwed you on this one because it's past September 1st. So, if you didn't sell anything MF this entire year before September 1st, you already will not be eligible for MF Toys and Games. That's my fault. I apologize for not giving you guys the information sooner. Hopefully, most of you have sold at least one MF item. My bad. But you need 25 MF orders between August 15th and October 14th. And between 9/15 and 10/4, your cancel rate has to be less than 1.75%. And during the same time period, you have to have a late ship of less than 4%. And your order defect rate has to be less than 1% in the same time period as well. So if you do have a chance to qualify for this, to make sure that you qualify if merchant fulfilled is like not your thing right now, sell some very, very fast moving books is what I recommend. I have a video I'll link to up here later after the live stream's over that you can watch, which is dedicated to like tips and tricks on how to get those merchant fulfilled orders achieved so that you can continue. Let me get another drink of water real quick. Next up, guys, we're going to talk about brand restrictions. All right, yes, books do count to hit your goal, guys, and I see you in the chat helping each other out. I really, really appreciate that. Smash the like button, and we're going into this. So, for brand restrictions, guys, if you sell on Amazon, you know what it means. It's the brands that you're allowed to sell and the brands that you're not allowed to sell, as well as categories that you're allowed to sell in or not allowed to sell in. Now, we need to make as much money as possible, and we need to make sure we have as much opportunities as possible. So we need to apply for all the categories that we can sell on in Amazon, which you need to be a pro merchant to do this, highly recommended. And then we need to get approved to sell all of these brands, all of these toys and big brands that are going to be selling this year. There is nothing worse than not being able to sell Lego or Barbie or Star Wars or something like that, and you walk into the toy store and here's all these profitable toys on Amazon, and they're, barely profitable on eBay, like not worth your time, wildly profitable on Amazon, but you're restricted and you can't sell them. You are going to kick yourself in the butt, and you can fix that between now and then. So this is another huge tip in this video. I've given this tip out before, but I don't think everybody was listening. So sign up for an account on Entertainment Earth. It's a wholesale distributor account. They don't have a ton of products that can make you money to sell on Amazon. But if you set up your account with them, you can order products from them that can get you ungated to sell in those brands on Amazon. So please smash the like button if you appreciate that tip, because they have a lot of the toy brands that you're going to need this year. Also, do yourself a favor and double dip on those purchases. So to qualify for a brand on Amazon, you have to purchase 10 of the same unit in a brand and then submit the invoice to Amazon, and then they will approve you based on that. Entertainment Earth works. It's been proven time and time again. Do yourself a favor and double dip on those invoices. Get you like a Star Wars Lego keychain and submit that same invoice twice, once for Star Wars and once for Lego. You see what I'm saying? Get creative. Don't focus on making money. Buy cheap items as cheap as possible. Get your invoices. Submit the invoices before the products even get to you. And you will be on your way to being ungated to sell more toy brands for fourth quarter. Do not sleep on that stuff. Do not sleep on this. This is the, I think this is the Shure SM7B, the Joe Rogan mic. Someone in the comments wanted to know what mic I was using. So guys, moving on, we're looking at sources to find stuff to sell. Anywhere that sells toys on and offline. That's the short answer, but it's also kind of like the go figure it out yourself answer. So we're going to break it down a little bit. So first off, Walmart is for retail arbitrage, maybe online arbitrage too. Walmart is highly likely to be your number one source across America for toys. Closely followed by Target, right? And so because of that, BrickSeek is going to be your friend. BrickSeek is a website that helps you find deals on different retail websites, different retail stores, Target, Walmart. They've added so many different stores in the last couple years. Home Depot, Lowe's, tons of different stuff. But if it only had Walmart and Target, it would be worth almost as much as it still is worth. So there are several different levels of paid memberships on BrickSeek. I get nothing from this. I won't give you a link. I'm just telling you, there is lots of money to be made from BrickSeek in Walmart, BrickSeek in Target. I know tons of people, all they do is BrickSeek in Walmart, and they are selling over $1 million a year on Amazon. So do not sleep on BrickSeek. All of the levels of paid memberships on BrickSeek are worth it. In a single product, one day will make you enough money to pay for a year of your BrickSeek membership. So don't worry about that. There's a ton of random stores that have toys too. You might see some random pop-up toy stores in your mall. Put some toy stores in the chat, and I will say those if I haven't seen them as well. Disney Shop obviously has toys. Walgreens has a small selection of toys. I expect Costco and Sam's Club to have a crazy amount of toys and dedicate a large section of the floor to toys for Christmas. Basically, just look around, find as many places as you can, scan everything. And if you're doing online arbitrage, make sure you're using tactical arbitrage. It's going to be super duper clutch. Next thing up, guys, shipping supplies. You need to get your shipping supplies in order. You're going to be so busy buying stuff every day. You don't want to miss a single day of shopping due to shipping or having to go run around and buy supplies or look for them or wait for them to show up or anything. Like, think about it like this. If you're making $1,000 a day and there's 30 days, that's 30,000. You cannot afford to lose a single day to any hiccups. You need to focus on sourcing. So get all of your tape, get your boxes, get your free USPS supplies in. Make sure you got your thermal rolls. Make sure you got all the labels that you need. Think about maybe scheduling pickups so you can save time from having to go drop stuff off. And also think about trying to pick up some extra hands to help you with wrapping orders. Basically, do not make the order fulfillment part of it a pain in your side that will stop you from selling more items, because you need to make way more. Fourth quarter, don't sleep on it. Trust me, it's going to be like when I worked at Pizza Hut. I got free pizza, I ate a ton, got sick of it, and was like, I don't need no more pizza. Then when I quit that job, probably the next day, I already missed all the pizza and felt like I didn't eat enough free pizza when I had free pizza. So don't take fourth quarter for granted. Every extra hour or trip to the store that you can make has the potential to make you a large amount of money. Dang, Leo Bookman is setting the crazy bar. Leo, why did you do that? If you're listening, I really appreciate it. But if you're listening and not watching, Leo just tipped me $100 again. So $200 super chats from my man, Leo. We're going to have to send you a merch package, bro. I appreciate that. We'll reach out to you. Send me an email, something. Will not go unnoticed. I appreciate, bro, you're making me feel nervous out here. I'm getting I'm going to blush, man. Okay, let's go. We still have 9 more concepts to go through. So, shipping supplies, handle it. Do not let it handle you, okay? Next one, capital. Make sure you have money. You're going to need money every day. And yes, this video was sponsored by Payability, but literally that could make some of you guys an extra few thousand, 10,000, 100,000 is the ability and access to capital. So even though I've been selling for a long time, I don't have daily payouts. I have to wait 15 days to get my money from Amazon to invest it again. Now, if you're like me, and let's say you only have $5,000 to spend on inventory and you spend it all on Monday, you hit a big lick, now you got to wait 14 more days to get your money back? That is half of a month. You might as well miss half of Christmas sales. That's wild. So make sure that you have access to capital, whether it's credit cards. Don't carry credit card debt. I don't recommend that. Get air miles, cash back, whatever. But whether it's credit cards or Payability or something like that, make sure that you're not, make sure that you're liquid. You need cash, right? So this one's going to be quick. There's an Fba Cut Off, right? It's like, this is the day that people have to order by to get their order to their house by Christmas, right? For FBA, and it will tell you the customer for standard FBA or for expedited or for overnight or whatever. And they announce that at a certain time in the year when they have a better handle on that, and they'll send out an email to all the Amazon customers and the sellers as well. But pay attention to that. Whatever it is, don't be late. If you have enough inventory that you think is going to take 10 days to sell, you better send it in so that you have at least 10 days of peak sales traffic to sell it before it can't make it to the customer, right? Sales volume drops off of a cliff for FBA orders as soon as it can't get to the customers on time. And then as soon as the MF orders can't get to the customers on time, they drop off of a cliff. Most people, big sellers I know, take a few days off after Christmas, back in the game, because January is big sales too because of gift cards. Lots of people get gift cards for Christmas, and those need to be spent. Most of them get spent within the next month in January. Combine that with the new year, new me stuff. There's a lot of good stuff going on. So know when the cutoff is and do not be late. Richie Hustle says, Leo, you need to join my live. I second that. Also, guys, it's pumpkin spice season, right? So pay attention to that. People love this shit. They love pumpkin spice. I like pumpkin spice, you know what I mean? But I'm not going to go to extended lengths to get it. I don't need a fix of pumpkin spice, but some people do. They're banging pumpkin spice. So from coffee creamer to pancake mix to Pop-Tarts, if you can flavor it, there is a pumpkin spice version of it, but only for a limited time, which is why it's profitable for us. I swear that's like the most important word in reselling, only for a limited time. the most important phrase, not a word, excuse me. Anyways, stock up on pumpkin spice and pumpkin stuff related stuff. Pumpkin spice, all that stuff, people buy it all year round. They love it. I'll never forget, and this is probably a play that you guys could do right now, just a fat bolo. Trader Joe's has a pumpkin spread that they only sell during this time. And it's basically like peanut butter, but made out of pumpkins, if that makes sense. It's freaking delicious. I bought out all of the stock one year at Trader Joe's, whatever was left after Thanksgiving. It was clearanced. I believe they were like $6 a jar, and they were selling for like 30-ish on Trader Joe's. I'm sorry if that's your bolo that I just gave out, but come on. You can't live off a single bolo. You got more than that. So pumpkin spice season, don't sleep on it. I'm not a big fan, but I'll get at least one pumpkin spice latte, a little PSL. So Halloween, guys, let's go over some Halloween tips. If you guys have tips for Halloween, throw that in the chat. I will pick a couple of them to share with everyone. And this is weird, guys, because of COVID. We don't know what Halloween is going to be like this fourth quarter, right? How is it going to be? I've heard people talk about drive-by trick-or-treating. So the only thing I know for certain is that kids want costumes and candy, so that's going to happen. But what is the rest of the experience going to be like? We don't really know. But a lot of people have been talking about the drive-by trick-or-treating, right? Because we've seen like drive-by birthdays or anniversaries or whatever. You just drive by and you just throw candy at people or something, hit them right in the eyeball maybe. Or maybe it's like have a bowl of candy out with hand sanitizer on a stand, hand sanding your hand, get the candy, hand sanding your hand again. I don't know. But you need to think about what it might be like, because if you hit on it before others, that would be a big opportunity to like maybe make a Halloween bundle that's like a Dollar Tree bowl, 2 bags of candy, and some Dollar Tree hand sani. Boom, all in one. It's a bundle that you made for Amazon, you know, or the simulated trick-or-treat bag where it had, I don't even know the legality on this, but ripping up like 20 brands of different candies and mixing them together and simulating a trick-or-treat bag and selling that as a product because it has like, you know, various candies in there, make a little company brand about it, a little golden ticket in one every 1,000 bags. I don't know. Figure it out. There's a lot of stuff that you could do. Like I said before, Halloween costumes stock up all year. Kids, you know, Luna's going to be Carmen Sandiego for Halloween. That costume was like $60, $70 from Spirit. Guarantee she's going to wear it all year round, all the time, while she's like pretending play detective and spy, right? So pay attention to the limited candies, right? There's limited candies. There's candy blogs and bloggers and stuff you could follow. But if you see a new candy and you've never seen it, maybe Google it, maybe look it up on eBay and Amazon. Try and see if there's an interest in this. Candy companies release a lot of different kinds of candy. Most of them flop, but some of them pop, all right? And we want to pick up on those, right? Let's see. Also, I was thinking, maybe it'll be like an Easter. It'll be like a Halloween Easter, to where people, you know, buy stuff and then like put it in a trick-or-treat pumpkin and hide it in the house, and then the kids look for it and it's Halloween. I don't know. Maybe that's just a terrible idea. Also, I mentioned it a little bit, but on Instagram and Facebook, get into the different candy stuff and follow these candy bloggers or snack bloggers or whatever. The snack, they'll be like, oh, the pumpkin spice Pop-Tarts are out, and then you'll see it gets 800 likes or whatever's a good amount for that thing, and you can gauge demand on a new product based on how the bloggers or the snack people are looking at it. So that's definitely good. And for costumes, just a quick tip for the long-term hold on costumes, which is huge. There might be a lot of clearance costumes this year. Try to think of the ones that are going to hold value long-term. So maybe not that one-off movie that might not be remembered so much next year, but maybe, you know, those movies that have consistently bringing in hits, you know, like a Trolls costume would probably be good. They're going to come out with at least one more good movie. You know what I mean? Stuff that kids are bound to like next year as well. Let me get another drink of water, guys. Thanks for your attention. I appreciate you guys. Yep. Thrifty Lobster says, wait for clearance costumes, kill it next year. Definitely do that, but don't miss out on those costumes that you could sell this year. Like, for example, if there's a costume you could buy for $30 and sell for $100, I'm going to do it as much as I can. And then after Halloween ends, if that $30 costume for some reason is on clearance for $15, I'll buy it for $15 at that point, save it, and do it again next year. But I'm not going to miss out on the opportunities this year. So let's go into Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is not a huge it's not a huge moneymaker for me personally, because I don't specifically sell in many of these categories. Things like household appliances, kitchen stuff, Halloween decorations, grocery party stuff. One thing I want to point out, and it's good for Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas, is inflatables. Do not sleep on inflatables. People love them. They're giant, and so you might be scared about shipping them, but a lot of them weigh a lot less than you think. They're made out of parachute material, and the fan blows them up or whatever. There's a lot of cool ones. Think about not just the turkey, but the turkey with Mickey and Minnie. That has a double appeal to customers. It's Thanksgiving, but it's also Disney. Think about that kind of stuff. It's Halloween pumpkin, but it's Jack Skellington. Double appeal, right? Stock up on those things. They come around all year. But for Thanksgiving, besides decoration, you want to think about all of the stuff, like you're having someone over to your house, so you want your house clean. So what would be involved with that? Your blender might be broken, so you need a new blender. Maybe you're getting some new utensils. There's certain types of non-perishable grocery items, like I was talking about the pumpkin spread, that are going to go up during Thanksgiving. One year on Thanksgiving, I sold a ton of to-go containers. I sold a couple hundred, 12-piece to-go containers, which was like bottom pieces and foil lids. And I was like, these things are never going to sell, but they're so cheap, I bought them. and then they sold like wildfire. All of them sold in a couple days because people bought them for Thanksgiving, which wasn't what I predicted. I was just doing a tactical arbitrage search, but they sold really well. So that type of stuff, Tupperware, food storage, just think like what you're gonna need. So for Christmas, guys, obviously decorations, lights, and inflatables. All of these things also will be clearance after the holiday's over, and you can make a lot of money buying them and saving them up till next year. And you'd be surprised how early people start buying Christmas stuff. I'd say people, like, one category that's really great and can make a lot of money on it, people are scared to do it, is fake Christmas trees, pre-lit fake Christmas trees. They're just big and heavy, and so a lot of people are scared, but they are very expensive. It could be like $300 or more for a nice pre-lit fake tree. You can get it for 50% off or 75% off at Target or Walmart, and then sell it for full price in June. Like, that's when people start thinking about Christmas. It's actually pretty crazy. But obviously, toys and games, right? We all know that toys and games, huge. That's why Amazon is making that rule to kind of to ensure that the customer experience is better during Q4 for toys and games. Anything that's giftable. So, like, if you have an item and it can be considered a stocking stuffer, and it's an impulse buy or a gift, great. Those things will sell like wildfire. Clothing, electronics, household. Christmas also has some of the same, gastro food like activities. You make a big meal and you invite everyone over to eat it. So similar to Thanksgiving as far as some of that stuff you can sell. But if they bought a blender in Thanksgiving, they obviously don't need a blender in Christmas. So it's going to be a little bit less. So real quick, guys, we're approaching the end, but I want to give you that zero risk hustle that I told you guys I was going to give you. So if you were still on the live, I appreciate you. Smash the like button, press the share button, because we're going into a huge hustle. So check it out, guys. This is the zero risk store pickup hustle. This is going to work at a lot of stores, but primarily at Target and Walmart. Now, the way this works and what it's based on is store pickup, ordering online for store pickup. Now, the reason it works is because store pickup doesn't charge you until you actually pick the item up, depending on what store you're at. And if the store does charge you, when you don't pick the item up, they'll give you the money back. But for the most part, Target and Walmart, they don't charge you until you pick the item up. So this is how it works. When you have a hot merchant fulfilled BOLO, right, and your Target has it and it's selling, you could see it, you buy it for in-store pickup. And that's essentially reserving it for you, and you have up to 3 days to do a store pickup. If you don't pick it up, they don't charge you, and they put it back on the shelf. So the move is to list it for sale, then when it sells, do the store pickup. Or, I'm sorry, I said that bad. Get your store pickup so your order is secured. This is very important. That was a bad mix-up. Store pickup on this, secured, right? Rare Reezy bottle, secured for pickup at Target. You got the email. Then you list it for sale. When someone purchases it, you go pick it up. Then they charge you. So therefore, you're not risking any money because you're not purchasing the item until the customer has already purchased it. And if they don't, then Target will just put it back on the shelf and you don't have to purchase it at all. So that is a huge risk. That tip alone could make some of you guys thousands and thousands of dollars. Not to mention Black Friday and Cyber Monday, which is something I forgot to put on this guide, but those are going to be big days for you guys to source. Black Friday, Cyber Monday, obviously because of COVID, Cyber Monday probably will be harder than Black Friday, or will go harder, not will be harder. But for those stuff, guys, it's even more so that game of everybody in America has it, so the supply's increasing and the price is going to go down. And since the main reason the demand is up, Christmas is approaching, it gets dangerous, right? So my advice for any of you guys that are going to kill it on Black Friday, Cyber Monday is to try to get as much stuff in store as possible on the Black Friday so that you can MF and ship it out right away. You don't want to to wait too long on that stuff because the supply is gonna. I'm serious, guys. Like, if you're going out on Black Friday and you're gonna go to Best Buy, Walmart, and Target, and one of the main things a lot of people get that sells really well is video games. All the new video games come out right before then. If you're gonna do that, make sure you list them in the store. They will sell while you're in the store, while you're walking to your car, and it's that same type of thing. You know, it's the super merchant fulfilled. You're not allowing any time, for the supply to increase. Like, take it to the next level. Know what games you're going to go buy, and then make the listings with zero quantity in Amazon before you even get there, so that once you get to the store and you've secured it, whether it's in hand or you want to wait till you purchase it and it's in your shopping bag, you can then just open your seller app and change the quantity to match the quantities that you have. Then you drive to the next store and you do it again and again. You're going to put 10 in. You're going to drive to the next Walmart. You're going to see that 5 sold. You're going to buy 20 more. You're going to up the quantity by 20. You're going to drive to the next store. That's what you're going to do, right? And that's a huge tip, and hopefully you guys kill it for fourth quarter. I can't wait to see what some of you guys are going to do. If this is your first fourth quarter selling on Amazon or eBay or reselling in general, and I didn't answer your question, comment below and I will reply to that as soon as possible. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you guys on the next video. Don't forget to subscribe. I love you guys. Peace. Shout out Leo Bookman.